This episode of New Jersey Living is being filmed in Tenafly, New Jersey. So we are back in Bergen County. So if you've been following along, you've seen some of our more recent Bergen episodes. We've been to Tenafly, we've been to Paramus, we've been to Ridgewood. We've been to Edgewater, also Fort Lee and Cliffside Park. This is an area far east, on the far eastern edge of the county, bordering right along the Hudson River. New York being on the other side of the Hudson River from where we are. I'm going to flash up a quick map of Tenafly so you can see where we are in the county. This is one of the premium suburbs of Bergen County, which is a primary suburb for New York City, the metro area. So many residents who of the general region, that is, both on New York and New Jersey side, are commuting into the city. On the New York side, people commute from everywhere, from Long Island. Some of them are in the outer boroughs. Here locally, if you say city, it's synonymous with Manhattan. Although Manhattan is just one of the 5 boroughs. Everybody says city, they think Manhattan, although there is 5 boroughs to the city. Westchester is a county that many people will commute from as well. That's north of the city. And Bergen is that competing location to get into the city with a reasonable commute and have a nice suburban area, some more reasonably priced than others, but with excellent schools, generally speaking. So we're going to jump into what I always cover with the big 3 in our next segment. But right now, just want to get into where we are right now. We're in Roosevelt Commons. It's a park somewhat central to Tenafly. Behind me is basically a memorial to the 26th president of the United States, one of the iconic presidential figures, Teddy Roosevelt. So of course, Mount Rushmore features him, along with other presidents who were a bit iconic for when that monument was made anyway. I'm going to pan around just a little bit so you'll get a feel for the park. Directly behind me right now is the middle school. We pan around, there is both a baseball field and football/soccer field, and then there are tennis courts, and there is a pond, and on the other side of the street is a municipal buildings where there's police and fire, I believe. I know there's police there. So the Tenafly location is something that obviously is going to be very close in proximity to New York City, with it being a major commuter hub, but it is one of those suburban areas that gives you a really family-oriented, quiet community. Does not have that downtown like a Ridgewood has. Ridgewood is very much a one of a kind in Bergen County, with that downtown dining scene right there by the train station. So you're not going to find really any other location quite like Ridgewood in Bergen County. So Tenafly doesn't have that. But it is closer to the city, and that is on the far eastern edge of Bergen County. So it makes commuting a little bit more friendly. It also has the Tenafly Nature Center, which is a 440-acre space that's going to be all nature. That's right along the Hudson River, and this is not the only park in town as well. We'll jump into the other park location in the next scene. We're discussing it. We won't be there, but I'll discuss it a little bit. So this is something that I've been speaking of in some of my past episodes, because this is definitely a feature location that many people will look to if they're considering Bergen County as an option where they want to buy. All right, so we're going to take a look at another spot here in the park, and we'll dive a little deeper into this location. I'll see you there. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey with Prestige Properties, and my job is to bring content like this to viewers like you. So if you are interested in learning all things New Jersey, of course the real estate market, the local neighborhoods, dining, social scenes, iconic locations, then this is the channel that you want to click like subscribe, and the notification bell, because we have content like this coming your way on a weekly basis. So as I said, opening, we are in Tenafly. I'm going to pan around. I'm in a different section of the park. You can see as I pan, there are tennis courts right here behind me. They have the little league field house for baseball, and then the turf field for both football and soccer behind me. Middle school, a little bit off in the distance, and then there is the McKay Elementary just behind this field on the other side of the street. The McKay family is the family that actually dedicated the land for this park and decided to dedicate it in honor of Teddy Roosevelt. So the McKay name has historical significance here in Tenafly. So we are talking about Tenafly and why it's such a big deal here in North Jersey, particularly in Bergen County. So those who have watched all along, and thank you for those Jersey hunters who have been following. Welcome to those who are just joining. We always touch on what I call the big three. So the big three are those factors that create demand for the real estate market here in New Jersey. Those three are: one, proximity to New York City; two, the school ratings; and three, if there is a local train station. So Tenafly is going to be a little unique with that. You've seen me in other episodes make certain exceptions, so I'm going to start with the train situation right offhand. We are certainly on the eastern edge of Bergen, so if you saw my Tenafly episode, you know that New Jersey Transit kind of has a cutoff, right, in terms of how far east the train lines go, and it does not come as far east as Tenafly. But I am going to make an exception for Tenafly in the same manner I did for Teaneck, because for where we are right now in Tenafly, it's the 166 bus gets you to Penn Station, Port Authority. I shouldn't say Penn Station, Port Authority. That's the major bus transit in Manhattan, Midtown. And it's a 50-minute ride. All right, so 50-minute ride from here to Port Authority. That is on par with a lot of train lines that are in the general area of Bergen County if we did have a train. So I'm going to give it a check mark for commutability in terms of bus line rather than train. So I'm going to give it a check. So the next is schools. Here I'm going to flash up the school ratings on niche.com. I stay away from my own subjective opinions about school, and I just post what's on niche.com, which is a pretty good online source for community dynamics of all kinds. A+, as you can see, A+ rating for schools, check mark there. And proximity to the city. As I showed you before, I'm gonna flash up one more time. You see the map, all right? So we are on the very eastern edge of Bergen County, the eastern border of Tenafly, right next to, running alongside of, the far edge of the Tenafly Nature Center is the Hudson River, and New York is on the other side. So we're going to absolutely check mark that. So proximity is there. Trains are not here, but we're going to give the exemption because of the bus line commutability, and of course schools are excellent. So these factors have contributed a lot to Tenafly being that high demand, and by high demand, your typical price point is going to be somewhere on the low end about $800,000, maybe something in the sevens, all the way up to well over $1 million. That's what we're going to see in the three properties that we're going to preview today. There are some recent sales that did take place in the 500, so that is certainly a possibility in Teaneck. So these are mostly properties that are smaller, properties that at times will need some work as well. But your typical move-in ready property that is going to be in this market is on the lower end, going to be somewhere in 7/8, and you can expect everything else to most other inventory to be above that price point. So we're going to get into some street footage and to our first stop, and I'll see you there. Here we are at our first stop, 79 Highwood Ave. This property, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, listed at 1.125 and sold at 1.225. 21 days on the market. So we're almost at April. We're well into March. The frenzy has been underway here in the northern New Jersey market for a month now, easily. So this one did not last very long. I'm gonna pan around just a little bit. Highwood Ave leads directly down into the downtown section, but this is very much a residential feel of a area of the community. All right, and your solid Colonial, your more contemporary style Colonial. So this would have been, in my estimation, definitely over 2,000 square feet, probably in the neighborhood of about 2,400, somewhere in that neighborhood. So this gives you a taste of what this market looks like, right, in terms of price point. So we're going to hop really just down the street to another one that, again, these are stretched back actually into February for these sales. So this is not strictly 30-day, but definitely very recently. All right, so stop number one, again, 21 days on market, and was gone. See you at the next stop. We're just down the block now from where we started at 79 Highwood. Now behind us is 148 on the other side of the street. I'm gonna pan around again just to give you the feel for the community again. Very quiet, very residential. Even though this is a road that leads directly into downtown, you would never even feel that being here in the neighborhood. So this one was on the market a little while longer, 84 days in total. Listed and sold at list price, 1.15. Bedroom and baths, I believe this might have been 3 and 2.5, but you'll see the correct one flash up. I don't recall right offhand, and I'm not going to blink away this time. But this is another property that, like most you see in this price range, are going to be turnkey, move-in ready. The recent nature of the upgrades do vary a little. Some may be like very, very new. Newly renovated kitchen, for example, but by and large, this one, as you probably can see just by glancing at the photo I initially flashed up and looking at this footage behind me, it's not as large as a home as the other one that we saw, which is why it probably went a little longer in terms of the time for sale. All right, so this just gives you, again, a taste of neighborhood and market. And we have one more to view just around the block from here that will give you a taste of what that a bit higher end into the 1 millions looks like. So enjoy the road footage along the way. I'll see you there. So here we are at our final stop at 43 Park. This directly around the corner from where we just were on Highwood, literally maybe about 300 feet worth of walking. I'm going to pan around. You're going to notice appreciably that there is a difference in terms of the size, the footprint, lot size, scale of homes. This one originally was listed at 1.615, I believe, and was dropped down to 1.549.5. Sold at 1.6 though. 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath. I took 2 photos of this one just so you could appreciate the 2-car garage as well as what you can see right here behind me as well. I'm gonna pan around just one more time because these are, again, noticeably larger homes with larger lot sizes and still comfortably mid 1 millions. Tenafly gets well above this price point, and this being a side street that we're no longer on Highwood, which is I'm saying main road very loosely because again, you've seen the footage, it's very residential, but this is a side street off of Highwood, and you're going to start to get more of what the side street neighborhood feel is in Tenafly. Okay, so enjoy some more of the road footage that we have coming up here. This one, again, is worth looking on either Zillow or Compass.com just to see some interior photos. And if you do want to see some interior, that's something where if you are local, just give me a call. Just look me up. I can absolutely give you some interior views if you're in the market, right? If you're in the market and you're trying to really see some interior footage of some places, we can make sure we provide you with that opportunity. But we are going to continue to focus on the recent sales because that gives us a very accurate picture of the market in each community that we're landing in. All right, so I want to thank everyone again for joining and for following. Please do click like, subscribe, notification bell, keep dropping in the comments. I'm starting to catch up on some of the replies, so I appreciate those who have been reaching out with just experiences, history, just to give words of encouragement, positive feedback. That's much appreciated as well, and even the requests, right? So thank everybody for their journey along with me, and I will see you the next episode. Stay safe.